everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. Dude, it feels so good. We got that keeper win. What a life. What a run. I hate that it crashed on us a million times, but we are going to play some Eden runs here before we start worrying about dailies. WJXJCEL3. This is a beautiful time because we can get back to doing what I like to do, which is streaking while also trying to get consecutive wins in a row in the game The Binding of Isaac. Do you understand the joke? The joke is that streaking is also a colloquial term used for when you get naked, oftentimes at a sporting event, and, you know, show that nakedness off to other people. That was the joke. Actually, I'm quite ashamed of my body, and seek to basically have clothes grafted onto my body so you could never see my pale flesh in the cold light of the day. We have Magneto, and we have Jar of Flies. Our DPS is about, well, our damage is about average. Our rate of fire is slightly above average. So honestly, as far as Eden starts go, this is pretty solid. You know, above average, with the exception of our spacebar item, which is not above average, it's great, and the exception of our HP, which is not above average, it's kind of horrible. Like, it's... Would you call Blue Baby above average in terms of HP? Well, technically, Blue Baby offers an alternate win condition because you're guaranteed to get a deal with the devil if you make it to the second floor. Look, that's not what I asked, all right? There's, you know, these rules, or not rules, but rather laws of rhetoric, and there's HP. That's going to help us out a lot. One of those rules of rhetoric is, I forget what it's called, but any, the truism is, any headline that asks a question can be answered with no. So anytime you see a question like, you know, does Emma Stone support slavery? You know, the answer to that question is probably no. I sort of feel the same way. Yes, we will take Epic Fetus. I sort of feel the same way about that, like, false equivalency that I just brought up. If you have to answer a question with a lot of caveats, the answer is that you're just trying to put on airs. I don't know, it didn't get as eloquent as I was hoping for there. Epic Fetus obviously is swell. You know why I'm gonna take Epic Fetus? I'm gonna take Epic Fetus because the game fucking crashed on me 2 times when we tried to beat the Delirium as the Keeper. I'm gonna take Epic Fetus for all the times Greedier Mode gave us a shot speed upgrade in the first item room. And I'm gonna take Epic Fetus for all the little Hulkamaniacs out there who tried to use their Chaos cards on Delirium and just got rebuked thusly. Like some kind of sick fucking joke. That's why I'm taking Epic Fetus. I'm not taking Epic Fetus just for me. So I can have a fast run and then go eat something and, you know, maybe watch a little bit of television. That's ridiculous. How could you come up with a hypothesis such as that? I'm taking it to right some wrongs that have existed in the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. And I'm taking it to celebrate the rise of our new watershed moment, where we can actually play the game the way I want to play the game. Herm Edwards, 2003. Anyway. How's this run going? Like, amazingly fantastic. There's nothing to worry about at all. Try having 0.79 luck. How about that? We're gonna get a deal with the devil. What are we looking for? What makes this run work? Well, first off, I don't know. That's part of the reason that I'm excited to actually do Afterbirth Plus runs where it doesn't really matter if we, you know, complete a specific thing on the post-it note. Getting a lot out of these chests so far. I'm excited that we have the prospect of just, like, learning what there is to know about the items that have existed that we have not really had a chance to check out up to this point. So we got a lot of learning to do. Obviously, off the top of my head, brimstone, sad bombs, to the tune of Jurassic Park. Thank you, Danny Elfman, for your composition. Got 1 HP upgrade already. We should have actually taken 1 Eternal Heart instead of 2, because we might end up paying double for a deal with the devil that we don't have to pay double for. Little Steven is just okay. We're gonna take both deals. Succubus. Excuse me? Excuse me? A key piece? A key piece. No key piece? I am... If you couldn't tell, I'm flabbergasted. You give me an angel statue to fight on the deal with the devil, and you don't give me a key piece? I'm sorry, I thought this was America. We can't take that. you know, sticks and stones may break my bones, but I'm not gonna fucking murder myself with the red, stupid forget-me-now. Give me a regular forget-me-now, I'll get rid of Jar of Flies, I got Epic Fetus, what do I care? But don't give me an item where if I hit the space bar on a Curse of the Maze, I accidentally, like, ruin my own life by killing myself. This is a terrible idea. This is, you're not sane. You're not sane right now. I will open these. And then bounce out. I'm not trying to, like, beat this run as fast as possible. It just made sense to me to not fight on that room anymore. No deal with the devil, but the halo's nice. Actually, to be honest with you, the speed is maybe the best part of the halo right there. Excuse me? There we go. That is like 18 cents, dude. That's amazing. Just break that wide open. There is a chance, and I say chance, I don't want to get your hopes up. Even my own wife roasted me. She's like, you know, like once a month you say that a run is like your best run ever. I sort of feel like that's reasonable, you know? Once every 90 runs I have a run that might be one of my best runs ever. I feel that this is relatively fair. That's like just over 1%. I mean, it's 90 runs because we're doing 3 a month, or 3 a day right now, sorry. But, you know what? Let's take Samson's Chain. I've ignored you too long, buddy. Welcome home. But I think that this has a chance to be best run ever territory. It's not there, but it's also extremely early. It's closer to being there than most other runs that end up getting there are at this point. We don't really need bombs, to be honest with you, so I'm just gonna not even play this optimally. We need like a sad bombs, sorta, brimstone, sorta, you know, quad shot setup, and then we'll start to talk about this run, maybe hitting those highs there. As of right now, the one thing that could bring us down apart from our own hubris, which is obvious, is our lack of HP. A few things go horribly wrong, and all of a sudden, you know, our HP is not just bad, it's non-existent. And I guess that's what I worry about more than anything else, although it's fairly unlikely to happen. Oh my god, if we want to, we can go to the chest on this run. We can go to the chest on this run. We could use the Yara rune to get 8 chests. Core battery. Humbling bundle. It's so beautiful. Did we get 6 flies? No. So we might be on the lookout to replace Jar of Flies with a spacebar item. Maybe a spacebar item that benefits from having battery charges. Just a theoretical example there, as we have a bunch of battery charges that have not been useful for us on this floor. But Jar of Flies, car battery or no car battery is lovely. Humbling bundle, of course, is excellent. Heading down to the next floor, just wary that we should not necessarily go all in on a deal with the devil. Succubus, also, I didn't even mention, but Succubus is doing great things by itself here. Alright, well, this is actually a fantastic opportunity to have an arcade for us. Not only did we get a luck upgrade and a spirit heart, but, you know, every penny payout is going to be doubled, and it wasn't like we were going to take advantage of this anyway. So, if it was 3 blood banks, now we're talking. Maybe this is like the definition of wishful thinking. I was like, maybe we get the same number of flies, but the flies do twice as much damage as they normally do. That's denial. That's the first stage of grief. Although, there's no grief to feel on this run, except good grief. Is that, I only know it from Charlie Brown, honestly, so I don't know. Actually, streamer, it's called Peanuts. Actually, it's called whatever I say it's called. I'm the one holding Epic Fetus right now. If anybody wants to mess with me, now's the time to speak up. Sorry, I'm just channeling Forrest Whitaker from Rogue One. It's not a good impression. In fact, it may have gotten borderline offensive. I'm not making fun of Forrest Whitaker because he's old. I think he's a great actor. Last King of Scotland, like, amazing movie. At the same time, his character in Rogue One, I was like, name something. I'm not spoiling Rogue One, by the way, if you haven't seen it. It's 2 months after it came out. I just saw it. I was lucky it was even still in theaters, so I didn't have to, you know, hey, want to go see a movie? Sure, what's playing? Oh, the last Resident Evil? Even though it's a Canadian film, and you can look that up for yourself, I'm not that interested in seeing Mila Jovovich and Paul W.S. Anderson, a.k.a. the inferior Wes Anderson. Wait, no, I'm thinking of Paul Thomas Anderson, who is the superior Paul Anderson director. Anyway, the point is, I'm not insulting you if you want to see those movies. It's just not my jam. But I saw Rogue One, and I could not tell you anything about Forrest Whitaker's character except that he wears dope samurai armor. That is like, that's his personality quirk. He's in the movie, he goes, I'm Forrest Whitaker, and then he's got dope samurai armor. Meconium. I don't know what this is. Feel free to rebuke me, but if you rebuke me, you must do so without the use of the extended universe. Actually, in the graphical tie-in novel, he yada yada yada. Look, I accept that, but like the character isn't a real human being. I'm not worried about breaking like his heart or anything. And if, in case you're not aware, I already said his armor was dope. So I've already flattered him as much as I've ever flattered anybody in my entire existence except for my wife, okay? But in the movie, that is a character that exists exclusively to have dope armor. And I stand by that criticism. Although I thought Rogue One was like, it was pretty good regardless. The final act of that movie was, I thought, excellent. The first part, and again, I'm not spoiling anything, but the first part, a little jump cutty. I was like, who edited this video? Shane Dawson. That's a YouTube joke, I can say, because I'm on YouTube. But I didn't really mean that to be offensive. It probably was not Shane Dawson. It was probably someone with an Academy Award. Maybe Shane Dawson has an Academy Award and I'm like King Moron, but not Kaer Morhen. That's where Geralt trains in the Witcher series. Guppy item. There we go. Okay, all is forgiven. No, this is a bad selection. Either way, like, this run is exceptional right now. Is it better or worse than Rogue One? Look, I don't know why you're trying to get people against me here. I already said I thought it was pretty good, all right? Better or worse than The Force Awakens? I don't know. It's a tough decision. I think I like both of them roughly about the same. They're both roughly like a 7.5, maybe? An 8? I don't mean to be insulting. I like it more than Return of the Jedi. We can get that, you know. I think that movie gets a lot of credit that, in my opinion, is undeserved. By the way, in case you ever see me not moving my crosshair, that's because it doesn't move when I have... it doesn't move when I press the space bar. Like, if I use Jar of Flies, there's like a cooldown on Epic Fetus, so... It's not just user error or operator error. Okay, this guy's certainly getting exploded. What are we looking for now? Well, we got a 36% chance of getting a deal with the devil. Not bad. What I would like to get... Well, I'll buy everything, pretty much, but I want to get the ability to fly. This is only the Depths 1. I would really like to get the ability to fly. I think that's the next stage of evolution for a run like this. Figured, you know, for one bomb, when we have infinity bombs, and that's not a spoiler for the next Avengers movie, probably. If it is, it's accidental. If it takes place in the Binding of Isaac universe, I'd be very surprised. Either way, 2 free HP is excellent here. Range down is completely meaningless, I think. I figured a 2% extra deal with the devil chance. Why not, dude? Why not? Plus, we might have gotten money out of it anyway. We should donate sometime before the end of this run because, you know, this is the perfect run to donate on. Got a luck upgrade. Have not been to our item room yet, though, so let's do that. I mean, this run is... I gotta be honest with you, it really feels like the pressure's on. Because if I don't bring the heat in terms of entertainment here... What's the point of watching this one, right? Hey, Northernlion got Epic Fetus high damage again. Wow, does he win? Does the Pope shit in the woods? When he's camping. Probably. Do you think the Pope's a big camper? I'm dealing with this right now, is that I've come to terms, or I thought I'd come to terms with where I was in my adult life. I don't like being outdoors. The sun is hot. I'm not, by the way, if you wanna live your life loving the outdoors, that's fine by me. It literally bothers me zero. But the sun's hot. you're constantly, like, you're not in a temperature-controlled environment. You're, like, putting on layers, taking off layers. I'm not saying it's, like, it's not, like, POW torture or anything, but I like being inside, you know? You know, you go to a, like, restaurant or a bar in the summer, they're like, you want a seat on the patio? You know why they ask that? It's because everybody wants a seat on the patio. Kate's the same way. Me and her are the people that are like, can we actually get seated in the dark, dingy interior, please? Next to the air conditioning vent. But then, like, there's a part of me just wants to go camping. And I don't know what it is. I feel like sleeping in a vinyl glove in the wilderness, it strikes me as like everything I would like to stay away from in my life. But maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. No, maybe it's growing older. I get that desire to go out in the woods and come face to face with one of Mother Nature's most stoic killers, the grizzly bear. Maybe it's the Revenant effect. Everybody wants to go camping after watching 2015's Best Picture nominee, The Revenant. Best Picture winner? Best Picture? What won Best Picture last year? Birdman was 2 years ago, right? Hold up. Best Picture 2016. Spotlight! I forgot. Alright, mostly because I haven't seen it. When are Best Picture winners coming to Netflix? Come on. Dozens of people, well, not dozens, probably like hundreds of people worked on that movie for 3 years. If I can't watch it for a share of $12 a month in between episodes of The Good Wife, what am I paying you for, Netflix? I'm gonna stick with the black poop. Here's what I've noticed about the black poop. You know, part of the reason I love the fact that we're not ticking boxes off right now, except for dailies, is that I can take my time on these runs and try to figure out just what the hell's going on with these items and trinkets that I've never seen before. And inevitably, my hypotheses are probably gonna be wrong in a lot of situations, but that's half the fun, isn't it? So it's turning some poop, or maybe all poop, black. What does I walked right into that one. What does a black poop do? I'm assuming that maybe it does damage to every enemy on the room, which means that, oh, that was obviously a mimic, but it did work out hilariously enough. I'm assuming it would do damage to enemies, like maybe every enemy on a room. If that's the case, then that would be amazing for us. Whoa, that was weird. If we started with it early on a floor. Like, if we started with it on the first floor where there's tons of poop, that could be incredible. All right, so this is champion belts and then reroll time. There's no donation machine, so I think that we do use our money. Compass and then reroll time. More options. And then, wait a minute, what does this do? Compost. It doubles your flies. And if you have no flies, it gives you some flies. It turns all consumables into flies. There's something to do with it. I watched, of all people, I mean no disrespect here, buddy, but I watched Mathis play a run where he had compost. If you have no consumables on the room, it doubles your flies. Something like that. It doesn't, I'm not going to worry too much about the finer points right now, because to be honest with you, we have so many flies, this is ridiculous. You see the amount of flies we have? It's out of control. This is too many flies. I'm going to take Bomber Boy. I don't think this works with Epic Fetus, but we're going to give it a shot regardless. Two luck upgrades? That's incredible. That's incredible! We still have so many flies here. This is, like, fantastic. Sure, give me this. If there's a worthwhile item, absolutely. Jacob's Ladder. It's an exquisite item. I think we're going to take it. I don't know what Jacob's Ladder can do for us when we already have Epic Fetus. It might be nothing, but I figured we might as well try our odds, you know? Oh, dude, it's so nice to be back in good boss rush. Not to insult Anti-Birth. Many things Anti-Birth, I think, does as well or better than Afterbirth Plus. However, that was kind of a lose situation there. However, boss rush is so much worse in AFTERBIRTH because you don't get charges. So if you got a good spacebar item, you're basically just straight out of luck. The loss of Jar of Flies is really going to slow us down here, by the way, but what's got to be done has got to be done. Like, Jar of Flies... The problem is we're getting battery charges out of those fucking sacks. When you get a battery charge with compost, you just re-roll it into flies, which is not really what I'm looking for. So I think we're, like, hoping to not get consumables when enemies die. And instead we can just double up our flies as quickly as possible. And then we have a lot of flies that completes, like, one entire wave. And then the cycle just, you know, continues here, which is what we want. Usually when people talk about, like, a vicious cycle, they think it's a bad thing. I think it's a great thing. I don't know where all these spiders came from, but I love it. You know what? Here's what I'm going to say about compost for the rest of this run. It creates flies and or spiders, and for that, I love it, and I'm not gonna worry too much about the finer details of it. Just that I know, in the right circumstances, it can absolutely make a run happen for us here. It's like a substantially better, potentially, Guppy's head. Not that Guppy's head is bad. That's why it's so noteworthy, is because Guppy's head is amazing in its own right. We probably got a sack coming up. I guess we should open the sacks. See what we get inside. Get a battery charge? I don't know, dude. It doesn't matter. The point is, this run's great right now. And hopefully will continue to be great, you know, long into the future. We're doing enough damage that our spiders are fantastic. Our flies are fantastic. Everything about this run is fantastic. Our HP is a little on the low side, but apart from that, I think Jacob's Ladder, I hope that it was a raw stats increase, but I do not know. So it's remote detonator. What happens if you suck up an item with compost? I'm assuming nothing. Yes. that appears to be correct. All right, moving on here. So here's the elephant in the room. We could do the alt path, or we could do the chest and remember what it is we loved about Isaac for so long. That's a little unfair, because actually, in contrast, and I said this earlier, and I think people have like an air of skepticism about it. They're like, yeah, okay, NL, you're just saying that because you're basically on the payroll. I actually like the alt path in this game, because, and I've said it again a couple of times, but you have many opportunities to make it work for you. You don't have to, like, be good immediately. Oh, dude, the spiders, though. Would you believe me if I said that I saw that, Tinted Rock? Either way. I like the alt path in this game, and we'll probably endeavor to do it. Maybe not every time, but on runs where it seems to make sense, yes. But I think if you have the Yara, you can make a judgment call, and you can say, like, dude, it's Yara. Dude, you're getting Adele. Like, let's actually try to get 8 chests. We haven't done the chest since, like, those keeper runs where we actually tried to make the dream happen. So these rooms are beautiful, by the way, because if we actually do get to double our flies and spiders, the fact that we have, like, the ability to walk backwards on, like, boss rush and go into a room with no consumables in it is perfect for us. But then there's, you know, you look at a room like this and you're like, maybe it's worth just trying that and seeing if that's better. Now, is that better than doubling? I don't know, but maybe you make spiders if it's consumables and you make flies if there's no consumables? I don't know, okay? What I do know is that it's worked pretty well so far. We don't really need anything right now. And probably will not in the future either. That sounds like a little bit of a trap. We don't need anything right now. We'll probably never need anything again in the future. Maybe a little bit of wishful thinking, but hopefully ends up being correct. The spiders are ridiculous. Here's a question for you. Do spiders get the damage bonus if we're in the succubus AoE? So what I mean by that is exactly what I said. If we're standing in the succubus AoE, Do spiders get a bonus there at the point of impact? No bonus at all? Or only do they get the bonus if they spawned during us being in that area? Don't know the answer to that question. Interested to see if you do. Missed our 46% chance to get the deal with the devil there. Life goes on. At this point, like, what more could we want from a damage standpoint, right? And as much as I would like to be Guppy, like especially with compost, that seems like a pretty swell idea. It's the exact same payout there. I think that it's not worth going into the cursed room. Not just because, and this is where I get into like bullshit pseudo-intellectualism again, but not just because the odds of getting Guppy items in there is relatively low, but because the loss to our deal with the devil chance probably hinders our ability to actually become Guppy, I think. Are we going to do the alt path? As long as I have this Yarrow rune, I'm gonna say no. Although, wait, well, now we're back to like, we're back to Isaac. And what I mean by that is, nice. We could do the Hush floor and still go to the chest. Do I want to do that? Not really. Why, like, fighting Hush for no reason doesn't really interest me. Okay, so we got a nice little shortcut here. Good, so, ooh, not much of a shortcut. It's the only one I got. Ba-da-da. Oh, we didn't get hit. I keep thinking, like, Jacob's Ladder tricks me into thinking I have Holy Mantle sometimes. With that aura around our head. Just me? Hope not. Did I just reroll some of my spiders into spiders? Master! Master! Spider of spiders, I'm pulling your strings! Look, I'm not an enormous Metallica fan, okay? I like a lot of the songs that I've heard, but I've never really sought them out, I suppose. Don't mean to insult Metallica. I understand that basically until Load, they were beloved. Master of Puppets, Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, and Justice for All. We're all considered classics without a doubt. Dude, Lump of Coal, please, sign me up. I don't know if it does much for us, but I'll take it nonetheless. Oh, dude, it feels so good to be on an Isaac run. Or not an Isaac run, but a run that goes to Isaac instead of going straight down to the Keeper. Ain't it good to be back home again? Sometimes when you go to the cathedral, seems like a long-lost friend. Oh, wait. Guppy's head. Bomb bag. Our luck stat is 8, which I haven't even noticed over the course of this run. Woe is me. An 8 luck stat combined with Contract from Below says a lot of things to me, but the main thing it says is, holy shit, get ready for a lot of items on the chest. Truth be told, 20 minutes ago when I was like, it has the potential to be one of the best runs we've ever had, it didn't live up to that potential. However, it's still very good. Like, very, very good. And we learned a little bit about compost. Wouldn't say we learned a lot, and that's on me. But we learned a little bit about the way that that compost works, and certainly it's a shop item that I think I will try to get a little value out of in the future. I might be completely misusing it right now and just not being punished for it, which is, well, that's the way I like to do business, I suppose. 9.79 luck. Good night, Isaac. Good night, Isaac. It's been nice. No post-it notes is paradise. Hope you've liked your brief respite. Your death, this is it. We're gonna have to inoculate ourselves against the idea that the void is 100% the platonic ideal for a run. We rolled a decent roll, and we got the void there. I don't want it. I want to double these chests and get stacked here. Lusty Blood is beautiful. Large Zit for creep shots. Apple, combined with the Razor Blade, might be exceptional. Farting Baby. We do have the D Infinity. If I can get the D Infinity early enough on a run, sign me up. However, to just be rocking the Infinity for the rest of this run, it would compromise it. It would compromise the pureness of what this run has going for it right now. We should go look at it, though, and just see if we get, like, if we get a D20 or something first. Trying to throw down bombs on the regular here, because we do have, you know, poison Bomber Boy bombs. Nothing to sneeze at there. Finally getting some value out of Bomber Boy. Even Succubus is getting in on the action here, killing enemies I didn't even know existed. We did get a chest, which means we got 2 chests. What do we got first? D12. Alright, well, we went back and checked. You had to check. We went back and checked. What more do you want from me? And shoot the whoop. Okay, what is that? Dogtooth. Oh, okay, yes. Damage and speed up. And then it also allows us to find secret room access. It goes up. Woo! It barks at the moon card. I understand. Thank you for the illumination on Twitter. Okay. Crooked Penny. Alright. Goodbye, goodbye, Compost. It was fun while it lasted. The run's still fine. I mean, we do have, Are we not done? Oh. Hello. We do have, Curse of the Unknown, but I'm pretty sure we're still fine. Dude, okay, alright, fine. You got me. I'll take Curse of the Tower, even, because then we're just gonna, like, do that. We got Spun. We got Tech X. We are so fast. The damage is ridiculous. Reluctantly crouched at the starting line. What do you got for me here? Super Bandage. I mean, we have 22 damage and a 3 rate of fire. And our shots basically have a ridiculously large hitbox. This is a run that I would say is in a very good spot right now. Very few complaints to offer. Beautiful plays. We are going to get a reroll. I want you to know this. The last time I had the opportunity to reroll before going to the boss fight was the genesis of no key meta on greedier mode. Divorce your opinions on that, which were largely negative, from what I am about to do, which is reroll myself on the boss fight and possibly ruin this run. Because this is what Isaac's all about to me. Pop the perks, reroll everything, Beelzebub. What is this? This is like Snot Goblin marked. What a wonderful selection. I'll see you next time. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.